as I mentioned in the last series of videos, there are some other instruments that you could potentially play someday that are definitely a part of band, especially when we get to the upper middle school levels and the high school level. Some of these you'll begin to have the opportunity to play starting even the following year in just 7th grade. These are in a lot of ways more specialized instruments. There's often just one or a few of them in the band. There won't be a whole what we call section of them, just like we'll have a whole section of flutes and clarinets and such. So these videos are going to kind of introduce them to you very briefly, just so you know what they are. And for one example, they are what's called double reeds, and you'll learn more about that in the videos, but they are the oboe and the bassoon. Both very challenging but rewarding instruments to learn, and usually if somebody wants to play those, they end up taking private lessons on those instruments. Another one that we do end up with a section of, normally in a perfect world we'll have at least 4 of them in each high school band, and that is the French horn. If you want to play French horn, certainly the instrument that would make the most sense for you to start on would be trumpet. Another one that we definitely have full sections of is the baritone. And if you want to play baritone, the best thing to start on would be trombone. It's going to be played physically exactly the same with your embouchure or your mouth as that is, but it uses valves instead of a slide, so that's something you could play later. It sort of looks like a mini tuba. And the other one that you will certainly be familiar with is the tuba, which in marching band is the sousaphone. And similarly, you would start on the trombone if that is an instrument you are interested in playing as you get a little bit older. In most cases, you won't even be big enough to hold a tuba when you're just in 6th grade. But again, you will have the opportunity possibly starting as early as 7th grade if that's an instrument you are interested in. And then there are a couple not pictured in the videos that you should know about, and they are what I would call extensions of different instruments. For example, you would start on alto saxophone, but you could someday play what's called the tenor saxophone or the baritone saxophone. And same thing with clarinet. You could start on clarinet, really, or saxophone, and then maybe someday switch to something called the bass clarinet. And then as you get really a lot older and further advanced in the music, you'll see there are even other, less common extensions of those instruments as well. So these videos will be much more brief and really just let you see and hear the instruments, as you won't be able to start on them in 6th grade. However, if you know right now you're interested in them, that's something that I would definitely reach out to us and let us know, and we can help you come up with a plan to be successful when you either someday switch or maybe you start learning them on your own in addition to playing with us in 6th grade band.